You can use the Effect Stylize menu to add all kinds of cool styles that are fully editable at any time because they become appearances. So let's go ahead and talk about how we can add some styles and then look at the way we can modify them using the appearances. So I'm going to move this out of the way here and close that and click on the word Style Baby or Style Baby Words. Now you'll notice that we have a drop shadow applied to it. And what I'm going to do is double click on the style and show you that I have this effect. But now I'm going to talk about how I actually put it on it. So I'm going to undo a couple of times to go back to the very beginning of this document. And I'm going to go to my effect menu and I'm going to choose Stylize. Now the cool thing about this effect, by the way, is that the text is fully editable. I did not turn it into outlines. So I can select Stylize, Drop Shadow, and then let me move this down. Click on Preview, and a drop shadow with a nice fuzzy effect is put right behind my text. I can change the mode of that drop shadow, and I can also change its color. So if I put it on normal, then I can click on the swatch here and choose a blue color, for example. And now I have this nice soft drop shadow on my artwork. I can also choose the opacity to make the drop shadow less severe or really blow it all the way out. I can also determine the offset of my drop shadow in the X and Y coordinates or axes. X is this way and Y is up and down. So I can use the slider here, or rather the scroll, to increase and decrease the offset of the drop shadow. I'll click OK. And once again, we see that we have some type and we have a drop shadow applied to it. That's just one example of some of the styles. Another example is if you draw a stroke, for example, I'll just go ahead and draw a line. And I can go to the stroke menu and put a stroke on it. Go back to Effect, Stylize, and go ahead and put arrowheads on that. Once again, we can preview, and I can determine whether I want to have arrowheads on or off at the start and at the ends. I have it on none for both. So for my start, I can now scroll through here and choose the kind of arrowhead that I'd be interested in adding to my artwork. That looks kind of cool. And I won't put one on the end. But of course, I can always scroll to find something really cool, like a finger. Or one of these little endpoints here. I can also determine a scale. So I can put 500%, hit enter, and now I have this style applied to my arrowheads. Once again, if we look in appearance, we have a path, we have a stroke, we have no fill, and we have add arrowheads applied. So if I double click, I can change the appearance of that effect. So once again, whenever you select something and you choose to go to the effect menu and you choose Stylize, you can choose any of these different styles. They will be added to your artwork as an appearance, which means that you can always come back at any time to change how that appearance is applied to your artwork.